And whose team is this? Is this your team? Or is this your daddy's team?
Thanks for listening to Dad Mode Podcast. Common sense parenting in a politically correct world. Here's your host, Andy Carlson.
Welcome back to the Dad Mode Podcast, Common Sense Parenting in a politically correct world. I'm your host, Andy Carlson, at Andy Carlson Show. On the Twitter machine, I'm a father, and I have no idea what I'm doing, but you don't either there, Chief. No matter how many posts you have on a parenting forum, like The Nest or The Knot or whatever it is. So let's try and learn something together today. The website, as always, dadmodepod.com, Twitter at dadmodepod, or just use the hashtag dadmode, and we'll find it and get all up on that. Joining me today is, as always, Uncle Nick. Nick, how's it going?
Oh, sorry, good.
What the hell?
You had me mid-drink. I was sipping, trying to, get my voice ready. Sorry, I didn't think you'd ask me how I was doing.
No, I did not know that gin and juice was a voice lubricant.
Voice lubricant.
Yeah.
It is a Powerade Zero, colored blue.
The blue. See, my favorite thing about Gatorade and Powerade is that you don't go by like the tropical mango thunder. No, you just go the orange one.
No, I've been
the green one.
I've been treating my coworker. I've been buying her drinks, like Powerade stuff at when we're on lunch break, and like her favorite color is the blue one. Yeah, so Quick Trip has their own knockoff Powerade Gatorade. It's called Quick Aid.
Yeah, it sucks.
She really likes it. But what's it called? But she's like, give me the blue one. I'm like, okay. So I walk in the store and there are 3 shades of blue. I'm like, as a typical guy, I'm like, okay.
Well,
what should I do?
Nick, this should greatly help your chances since she's clearly into lower quality knockoffs.
Hey, what? Hate you.
Hey, but we're not here to talk Gatorade. Apparently, this is not the Gatorade episode. This is the homebuyer episode because the wife and I just bought a house for our little Muggsy. Yay.
Congratulations. Yeah. Wait. So you're telling me living in a small little 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom duplex isn't the most ideal place to raise a kid?
Well, the thing is a lot of couples go house first and then baby, but they're like, around the same time, that's fine, whatevs. And we are moving up into South Metro, the Burbia area, and the whole Lakeville, Farmington, Apple Valley, Rosemont area. I'm not going to give out the real address because there's some crazies out there. But I'm headed into the belly of the beast of the Suburban Soccer Mom because we're going to be right smack dab in the middle of all the Aiden, Jadens, and Cadens, and everyone gets a trophy day.
What made you decide to do southern suburbs as opposed to east, west, north, or even like the downtown metro?
Well, the whole not wanting to get stabbed. So that ruled out northeastern St. Paul.
I live in the north metro. I have never been stabbed here, so F you.
And the proximity to her cousin and their husband and their kids, well, soon-to-be kids, are all down there, so we're pretty close to them, and that was also a big selling point. And also school systems down in the Apple Valley, Farmington, Lakeville, Rosemont area are all very highly rated on Zillow, which we've come to have a pretty unhealthy relationship with Zillow because it's almost like so with football, there's something called Pro Football Focus, and they look at every game, and then they offer a rating on a player, how they did that game. And now it's completely subjective because it is just one person, watching and grading a game. So I feel like that's kind of like what Zillow is, because all these are, people take school ratings on Zillow as like the Bible.
Oh, yeah. I know.
Well, this middle school is a 6, so it's obviously okay. Or this one is a 4, so it's obviously complete garbage, so we should not move there. But then you think about it, it's like, how do they come up with these ratings? Anyways, is it just one person be like, this one's good, this is bad? Is it like movie critics where everything is subjective? Or is there some sort of mathematical equation, formula, quadraticness going on?
I don't know about Zillow personally. I think but like doesn't the government, don't they usually do statistics on like schools and stuff, like the Department of Education, don't they usually?
Well, if I was the government and you're releasing statistics about where everyone's money's going, would you be like, they're all good? Nines, all of them.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, like the schools are fine now, but little Muggsy is not not even a month old, and so when she's old enough to go to schools, do you think they're gonna stay good in the next 10,
Well,
20
I
years?
don't see it falling off like Robbinsdale, like northern Minneapolis. Just like all of a sudden, just everything going to hell.
We apologize to all Robbinsdale listeners and viewers.
Well, I feel like there's no need to apologize because they know.
Okay, yeah, all right, I'll give that to you.
And I mean, as weird as it sounds, we are in like a nice area. We got a very good deal on our place, and it's one of those suburbs where it's going to be not affluent, but it's going to be very solid, like upper middle class type. And those typically have higher property tax rates, therefore higher, more money's going to the schools, a little bit better schools.
I guess that is the most important thing. I guess schools. That's what my brother looked for when when him and his wife moved up to the cities. They first priority is school systems. I mean, that's top seller.
Plus, it's so dumb because all these kids are college shy because you went to school in the ghetto, right?
I wouldn't call it the ghetto. I mean,
there's 30 kids per class and only 20 desks, so every day was like Fight Club.
There were one or two classrooms where it was like that, where like there would be that one kid who's late. You have to sit in the crappy desk. Yeah, that is true. But
now, is that like the one where the grandparents are saying, "Oh, in the winter, everyone had to bring a piece of firewood, but if you didn't bring a piece of firewood that day, you had to sit in the back, away from the furnace or the hearth."
I think school's gotten a little better than that.
Well, I went to a very rural school, rural, and I gotta tell you, like, small town schools, you have great teachers out there. You don't always have the best facilities. It's tough to get. But I actually did think Rushford Peterson did get a school bond or referendum or something. So I think they're building a new school now. But overall, like when I was coming through, elementary, middle, high school was pretty old, pretty decrepit. But you had good teachers, and that's pretty much what makes school. I mean, we didn't have like every kid has an iPad or a laptop like they do now, but we got by. I mean, what do you really need to learn? Pencil, notepad, and some chalkboards.
It's crazy. That's how it's gonna change, though. I know. Listening to my coworkers' kids at work. I mean, they're teaching these kids on iPads and stuff. And my coworkers who own iPads, they go to their kids to ask, "Hey, how does this work? How do you upload this video? How do you create this PowerPoint presentation?" Now, like something like that is a good example of using technology for good things, but it's insane. I remember, everything's in a notebook and having a well-sharpened pencil. That's how you got by.
All right, well, not to divert too much, since this is the home buyer, first-time home buyer episode, but I feel like we're putting too many screens in front of kids because you see kids now, 5, 6, 7 years old, and they're always looking down at they either have an iPhone or like they have a small tablet or an iPad, and then whenever they're in cars, they're always just looking straight down in their little car seat because they're being entertained by a tablet. I feel like these kids are all going to be hunchbacks and all going to have neck problems and all. They're not going to know what to do in social situations because there's like, well, you even see it now. Like if you go to a party of late 20s, early 30s people, they're all looking at their damn phones.
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's like I hate if I'm out with someone like on a date or something, and she spends her time like checking her phone or going through text. I'm like, hey, we're here together. We should be focusing on here and now, and not what's other people doing. It's I don't know, it's almost rude, disrespectful.
See, that's why coming back to the house thing, when we have gatherings at the house, there will be a no phone policy.
Ooh, I like that one.
Yeah, like if we're hanging out and eating or like sitting around a fire or something, no phones. GTFO. Oh, actually, you can have a phone because I always rely on you to look stuff up.
I mean, there's a thin line between, people who are like using their phones to be away from the party, and then there are people who are using their smartphones to absorb things to the party. Like obviously like our games, and every time we watch
games
movies
or anecdotes to further the conversation. Like Nick, Google how many movies Ian McKellen's been in, and what there. Nick, Google the Rotten Tomatoes rating for Caligula.
I bet it's pretty low.
Yep. But hey, are you excited? It is only a 3-bedroom. I'm gonna use one of the bedroom as an office. It's a nice starter house. We got it at a good price in a good neighborhood. But it's not gonna be a forever house. It's something that we can put down roots for like maybe 7, 8, 9 years, and then move on once we have more kids. But hey, you can come hang. It's pretty cool.
I'm excited. I mean, I love driving to Rochester, though. I mean, I love the city of Rochester. Very simple, easy to get to. Everything's off of Highway 52. I will miss that drive, but I will like to save a lot of money on gas and not drive that far. So, yay, Apple Valley.
Well, you should get a hybrid Hyundai, Nick.
It's on the to-do list. I'm almost done paying off my current Hyundai, so.
No, hybrids are the best because I just filled up with gas today because we were running around doing stuff at the house, and then also 4th of July. And I got to do the math now. I got 474.4 miles on 13.4 gallons. So let's see. That is 35.4 miles to the gallon.
Oh, wow, incredible. I think my Hyundai is a little over 315 gallons of gas.
Wait, you got 315 gallons of gas?
No.
That's a large tank.
15 gallons of gas. And I think I can usually take that to a little over 300 miles.
Oh, so you get about 20?
Yeah, a little over 20.
Oh, well, see, damn it, when we're moving out to the suburbs now, and we got to get the damn SUV, or, I show Crystal a BMW 5 Series station wagon, which, if we're going to go station wagon, I mean, you got to go, pretty sweet.
You got to go that nice.
Like there's like the newer Volvo station wagons look pretty nice. Like the older ones are not so much. But that's gonna happen. But if we do get an SUV, I think we got to go hybrid because I can't go from getting 35 miles a gallon with our Camry to, or is it Corolla? No, it's a Camry. To getting 12 miles a gallon with an Explorer or an Expedition.
I mean, modern cars nowadays, because I'm assuming you'd buy a newer car. I mean, like it's almost like they're built to be saving money on gas, unless you're buying a truck. So I mean, it shouldn't be too. It shouldn't be too bad. Have you ever thought minivan? I know you hate the soccer moms, but minivans.
Well, minivans are actually pretty sweet because I had a minivan growing up, and Crystal's parents had like this. So this is kind of funny. They had a giant conversion van, which was awesome, and they have good memories on it with a bunch of family vacations, and they just sold it because the parents each got a new SUV, a new car, and they sold it to this kid who's going to run the van in a demolition derby because it's like, oh well, I guess we're not going to that because that'd be kind of sad. But I don't know, like the van, I would much rather get an SUV because with the third row seating in some of the larger SUVs, it's the same as a van, and it looks a little bit cooler. You do keep your street cred when you have an SUV rather than like a Honda Odyssey.
The street cred. I like that's where you went.
But I do think that vans, they're nice that you can haul everyone. They're very roomy. They're very spacious. I mean, if you're going on a long trip, I mean, you just toss everyone's ass in the van and just go.
Yeah, no. My family we all grew up in vans. Well, my mom was station wagon, but a lot of my cousins had vans, and like there was a system. The kids had their own seats, in and out groceries. You can do all that. So that's why I always think of a minivan. But
All right, but veering back to the house, the wife's really excited because it has a heated, insulated garage, and that's attached to the house.
oh no, is it a 2-car garage? You guys can get
Yeah,
both
2.
cars in.
Yep.
Oh, good.
And the one of the really nice selling points, it wasn't like the one, but it's really nice added, is that there's a kennel in the garage that you put the dogs in. They could actually get out to their own fenced-off area outside.
Oh wow, nice. Okay.
Yeah. So that'll always be key. And also we got a deep freeze for the first time ever,
Oh what?
like a chest freezer.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Sweet. That came with the house.
Yeah, because one of my favorite things is getting a side of beef because it's so much cheaper, and then you actually know where your beef is coming from. And then you fill the freezer to the brim with all kinds of steaks and hamburger and all that good stuff.
What else did the house come with besides like that freezer?
Pretty much all
Washer-
standard stuff like washer, dryer, range, microwave, dishwasher. Pretty much everything's the same, yeah.
Interesting. I feel like a lot of houses, when I talk to other friends who bought houses, like they came like bare, like like you have to buy all new stuff, like all appliances and stuff. So that's cool. You got a lot of stuff in there already.
Well, I mean, some of that would be nice because then you get to kind of pick and choose. But overall, we like having stuff there. Plus, we got it at a good price where it's move-in ready, so we don't have to bother with all the appliance and add-on stuff. But it will need some updating. Plus, when you're going to resell in 7, 8, 9 years, you'll want to have really nice appliances that'll help get that off the market real quick.
Yeah, okay. When is the moving date?
That is a good looking question. So we're looking at the end of August because the whole negotiation part. I love me a negotiation, and we initially put in like such a lowball offer that the realtor was a little worried that they would be so insulted that they wouldn't even deal with us.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to do it just because I'm me, and if we throw in a lowball and then we meet halfway, I mean, we still get a hell of a price. But they met us more than halfway, and also in exchange for a longer closing time, since it is 2 months from now. So they want a longer closing time, says they're actually buying a different house, and they haven't even really started yet. But people are very motivated, especially families, to get settled before school starts.
Oh yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So in exchange for the longer closing time, they're paying all the closing costs, which is
excellent.
nice little boon. Yeah.
Nice. It sounds like you made a good deal.
They came back with a counter, and I was like, man, they're really motivated to sell, and we have all the leverage. I really just wanted to nickel and dime them for a few more thousand off the price, but then Chris was like, no. And of course, what she says goes. Because I could have done it, but then again, that's more paperwork, and
All right, so let's see. Moving up here, heart of summer. Oh my gosh, that's state fair time. That's August can be really warm. Hope you have some good friends help you move. Damn it, that's me.
Yeah. We have a whole cadre, and her parents and her dad's got a truck and a trailer and that whole stuff. And it's kind of weird because when we moved to a smaller apartment, we downsized a little bit. And I'm kind of a minimalist by nature, so I actually don't have a lot of stuff. And I'm looking forward to going through my current not a lot of stuff and making it less a lot of a stuff. If that makes sense.
Yes, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because basically all I need to be happy is a couple black V-neck T-shirts and my computer, and a microphone, and high-speed internet. That's it.
You better jump on that high-speed internet thing because it does take a while. I remember my college moving days. You have to like set that up like weeks in advance. Like, hey, I'm moving in on so and so. If you try doing it the day before, like, all right, well, we'll be free 3 weeks from now. It's like
Yeah, now that'll be set up ASAP. Like 1st of August, we'll get that run off.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, but should be good. I'm really excited for like home improvement and like home maintenance project stuff because my grandpa was an electrician and contractor, so he when I was a kid I went around doing all these different odd jobs house, but since we've been living in apartments and rentals, I haven't really gotten the opportunity to do home improvement stuff that you're going to feel proud of, take pride in, and improve value of the house, because one, well, you can't really do it in a rental, and two, why do you really care? So I'm excited to get back into that.
What you wouldn't view this house, right, before buying it? You did like a walkthrough of it?
Oh yeah.
Sorry, hey, it's the internet age. I consume just order stuff off online,
Just send a drone and.
Are there any projects off the top of your head that you knew you wanted to tackle right away, or are you thinking more long term down the road, like after settling at least a year, maybe waiting for winter to kind of get settled down, or are you going to start projects right now?
Well, besides some of the basics and just painting stuff, there's a crawl space that I'm going to put some 3/4 plywood down across the joist, and then we can use that for storage. It's a relatively nice little crawl. It's actually pretty tall for a crawl space. You can almost hunch down there. Actually, the kids in their damn iPad necks will be able to walk in there without even bending over. Yeah.
How about some any outdoor landscaping stuff? Do you have a big yard?
Landscaping is pretty nice. So, we do have a big yard. It is long, and next summer it is fenced in right now, chain link. But with the dogs, we'll want to get some privacy fence on both sides, and then I think at the end we want to do some greenery, some upright arborvitae or something like that, and then put down some wood chips down. Just make it look real nice, because it is a decent sized yard. It's really long though.
Okay.
Yeah. And as far as home improvement stuff, other than just minor cosmetics, we'll eventually want to redo the kitchen. I feel like the cabinets will look better, just a coat of paint or a coat of sealer, and then add some new hardware. And then, of course, since we're in the suburbs, have to get Cambria on the horn and get some granite in there, because every white couple has granite countertops. Well, I'm not white, but WHITE. The range is electric, and I'm a big proponent of gas, so we'll see about switching that over eventually. And yeah, other than that, maybe gut one of the bathrooms down the line.
You're not going to do the bathrooms, though, are you? Aren't you very anti-plumbing? Aren't you saying you will pay for plumbing?
Oh no, I'll pay for a plumber to come in and put in the toilet and do all the piping stuff, but stuff like tiling and putting in new fixtures and grout work, I can do all that.
Oh, really? Okay, nice.
Yeah, pretty excited about that. I'm low key because my grandpa's an electrician. I actually worked for a lighting company for about 1.5 years during college, so I'm kind of a lighting and electricity nerd.
A lighting electrician nerd.
Yeah, because it's funny, the first thing I would look for in the house is the panel, and then see oh, how many runs do we have here? Oh, we got 100? Nice. Plus the garage has a little workshop area. So I'm going to do the typical Minnesota white guy thing, and then have a radio out there set permanently to the twins, and maybe even a little fuzzy black and white TV.
That's not just Minnesota. That's multiple people. A lot of people do that. So
I can make fishing lures, my own fishing lures. Well, you know what the thing about the jig is that the walleyes really love them the yellow. They can see that in the water.
So you can be a little fishing section in your garage.
I don't even like to fish though.
That makes you completely anti-Minnesotan.
Well, anti-Minnesotan, anti-Asian, because it seemed like every pond and culvert ditch, there's a couple of Hmongs just down there without feet, without barefoot, just fishing all the time.
They got to eat.
Round the clock.
They have to eat.
Now, the Hmong people, are to completely divert off the homeowner episode, they get special provisions for, they don't need a hunting license, right?
I think so.
Because it's part of their culture, background, blah blah blah. Is it the same with fishing? I assume it would be.
I don't know. I gotta look that up. I completely forgot they sometimes have special things.
And then they shoot people in Wisconsin.
That was a really old reference.
Yeah, that might be too soon.
Oh, sorry. Good.
Yeah, with the house. Yeah, we're pretty happy with it, and Crystal's should be going around all weekend. We told her parents. They're very happy for us. And, yeah, she's just excited to finally put down some roots. And, little Muggsy's going to have a house. And plus, her and her upcoming female cousin, they're going to be in the same elementary school, middle school, be in the same grade. And so hopefully they're friends. Hopefully they don't hate each other with a passion.
They're both girls, right?
Yeah, so they probably will.
Yeah, they probably will. So I know a lot about all the stuff you want to do. What's her thoughts on all the the renovations and stuff that you might want to do? Does she have any in mind, like, oh, she'd like to have new windows, or oh, she'd like to get new carpets or something, or hardwood floors, or what's her thoughts?
Well, the carpet's in pretty good shape. Pretty much all of it. It's not like it's like the slightly darker gray, and it's a little bit thicker. So it's a nice little Berber. Like, when you step on it barefoot, you're like, yeah, I like that. But she is a big hardwood proponent or laminate, and I don't know. I think she'll want to, at least in one of the two living rooms. Like, there's an upper and a lower one. And as far as painting goes, most of the painting ideas are hers. I like crown molding. I think it would look really good with some of the existing trim, so we could do that eventually. Oh, there is a wallpaper trim at the top of one of the living rooms, which once you'll see it, it'll be pretty funny. So we'll have to steam that off and repaint that. And other than that, windows are in really good shape. Insulation's in good shape. The furnace is about 15 years old, so by the time we move, we might have an issue with that. I have to replace that, but that's not a big deal. And, yeah, other than that, easy peasy.
Insurance can usually cover furnaces, doesn't it?
Well, if it, like, completely crapped out and, like, died, I think homeowner insurance will pick up part of it. But if you're just replacing it to upgrade, I think you're on your own.
Oh, okay.
Or I'm sure they're like within the county. There's always like some sort of tax breaks or credits you get if you're upgrading to a more energy efficient model.
Oh yeah, okay.
Which this is gonna be the best year for taxes ever. You got a baby and first time home buyer. It's gonna be awesome. I might actually get some money back.
Maybe.
Yeah, because I've been filing as self-employed ever since college, so I've never actually gotten money back on a refund tax return for, I don't know, since college. So that'd be 8-9 years.
Oh wow,
it sucks. Especially every April, like all my friends are like, oh, we just got this awesome refund because we loaned the government a bunch of money at 0% interest. Yay! Just writing a check or moaning over my quarterly estimates.
I think I'm on my second year of having to pay in a little bit every year now. Like I'm making enough where I declare really low. I like my number, whatever I did for my
withholding.
Yeah. I declared it really low because I want all my money right away. So I don't know, but I guess when you make more money, I guess the government takes more of it back. It's weird. I never knew that. I wish someone would have told me about that.
Well, you literally have more money, more problems.
Puff Daddy was right.
He was, and then you swing a kettlebell at Sal Alosi.
I heard about that. Is he really getting in trouble for that?
Well, yeah. Because
you can't do that. You can't swing.
Well, I actually don't think the video has dropped yet, which I'm really disappointed in TMZ and Deadspin. But yeah, you come in, you make terroristic threats, and well, that's what's alleged. And I think he got assault or attempted assault with a deadly weapon because depending on how big it was, well, hell, it doesn't even matter if it was like a 10-pound or a 20-pound kettlebell. If you swing that and you hit someone upside the head and like the temple, it's gonna be fatal, like a decent percentage of the time.
Why can't everyone just get along?
Because P. Diddy said wasn't getting playing time. That's a topic for another episode. Helicopter dads, because P. Diddy is renowned for one of those. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he went full dad mode. All right, so closing thoughts on the first time home buyer episode. Nick, when you're ready to buy a house, what are you going to look for? Or are you going to be condo for life guy?
Well, I'm renting right now. I'm in my.
Because you were actually a homeowner before.
Yes, I was. Yes. On uncomfortable circumstances by inheriting a house that my mother owned when she passed away. Me and my brother both co-owned a house, and man, they don't tell you how difficult it is being a kid and having responsibilities of having to maintain a house all the time.
Property taxes.
Thankfully, my brother was old enough and was able to deal with a lot of that before I was. I was just in high school. So because I'm a single guy right now, my focus on house hunting, getting a place of my own in the next year or two, because apparently it is cheaper to get a mortgage than renting. Renting's expensive nowadays, I'm thinking condo. I was thinking, I'm very simple, low key, and by myself. If I happen to meet someone and we decide to start a family soon, maybe I'll look down to that house path. But really, I don't mind condo living or townhome living. I'm very simple and to myself. So
yeah, the whole rental thing, and we've done it for a number of years, but especially up in the Twin Cities, because we shopped around a little bit just for shits and giggles, but. Our mortgage payment with electricity, with gas, with water, sewer, garbage, all the utilities put together, is still a couple $100 less than renting a comparable place, which is ridiculous.
It's insane. Me when I was after college and moving up back to cities, looking for like a 1-bedroom place, it's like $700 to $900 for a 1-bedroom. Oh, but a 2-bedroom is just $100 more. It's like, so you're kind of like forced into like, oh, I really need a roommate or something, but it's just ridiculous. And I don't know anything about buying a house, yet. But like from what I've read online and stuff, like calculating those mortgage payments and stuff, like it actually comes down to like the mortgage payments are cheaper than renting. It doesn't make any sense.
But with renting, you do have your flexibility. Like if you get a job in another city, you don't have the pain in the ass of selling a house, which I've come to find that selling a house is a pain in the ass. I mean, because most of the time you're paying the bulk of the closing costs. Because if you're really looking to unload your house, whether you have to move or you're buying a different house, the ball's usually in the buyer's court. Especially in summer when everyone and their mother's selling their house. I mean, there's so many houses for sale right now; it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
So I do understand the renting. You're paying a little bit more than usual, but you're not tied down. You don't have to worry about it being foreclosed on. I mean, the worst is you get evicted and blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, once you're ready to settle down and not move anywhere for 5 to 10 years, buying's probably the way to go.
I'll keep that in mind when I look. Thanks.
And this just reminds me of the face of the Family Guy clip. It's good to have land.
Oh, Stewie.
Me and my quarter acre. Woohoo. One thing I do have to get is a lawnmower, and one place I'm going to look, besides Crystal's grandpa, who's a lawnmower dealer, is Amazon. You can buy lawnmowers and snow blowers on Amazon, Nick?
Oh yeah. You can buy anything that you want. You can buy on Amazon.
Also, the one thing I'm getting is a snow dam remover. One of those things with the extender poles that you can scrape ice and snow off the top of your house.
Oh yeah, those are very important.
Avoid the ice dams, and I'm ordering mine on Amazon, and you can order all your crap through Amazon too, and you can support the show. dadmodepod.com, top left corner, there's a little Amazon box. You just click on that, bookmark our link, and just buy all the crap you're going to buy from Amazon in the first place. And we get a little taste. We get a little help. Keep the Dad Mode Pod show afloat. And, yeah, just good times. What's the next thing you're going to buy from Amazon, Nick?
Well, I'm still saving up to buy a sun visor for my Hyundai. The passenger side sun visor is held on by Velcro, so I kind of want to make that a little nicer for any dates that I bring along with me, so I don't look too tacky. I like to buy movies on Amazon. You can usually find a lot of random movies on Amazon. So,
What was the last one you bought?
the last one I bought was an Asian flick. It's called Red Cliff. Phenomenal movie.
Oh, well, that is fun. And you can be like Uncle Nick and buy really weird, probably like Chinese anime bukkake videos on Amazon. Support us, dadmodepod.com, top left corner. Use our link. But we're out here. Show's available on iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher, all that stuff. Follow us on Twitter at dadmodepod or me at Andy Carlson Show. Uncle Nick is at Nickason? Question mark?
Yes. No question mark. It is Nickason.
And the website, dadmodepod.com. But we're out of here. Until next time, be a man, be a father, go dad mode. See you next time.
Think the episode you just heard is worth $1? Well, send it our way. Visit dadmodepod.com/support to find out how. Be a man, be a father. Go dad mode. The music is created and produced by deeB. To hear more of his tracks, visit soundcloud.com/deeB.